Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate the opportunity here to come before you and talk about and support H.R. 5, the Student Success Act. This is legislation to replace No Child Left Behind, restore local control over education, and empower parents and local education leaders to hold schools accountable for effectively teaching students. I spent last week in my district, and I visited elementary and high schools, specifically schools that would be affected by the Student Success Act. These schools were located in some of the most impoverished areas of my district. I listened in classrooms, held forums to hear from parents and local education leaders, and spoke to teachers and administrators about challenges they're facing. What I heard across the board was that the federal government and their compliance issues in the classroom are holding back our educators from effectively teaching our students. Top-down education mandates have failed to help students and forced educators to waste valuable time and resources filling out paperwork and worrying about compliance from federal requirements. Instead of this one-size-fits-all approach, we need policies that enhance teachers' abilities to focus on the individual needs of students. We need bottom-up reforms to give authority to the parents, teachers, and local education leaders who work with their children and students every day and know them best. H.R. 5 includes a number of conservative reforms to push back against the reach of the federal government into schools and restore local control. It replaces the current national accountability system for school performance and replaces it with state-led performance standards. It gets rid of more than 65 unnecessary or ineffective federal education programs, repeals federal requirements for teacher quality, and protects local and state autonomy over decisions in the classroom. H.R. 5 returns responsibility to parents, states, and local leaders to include schools accountability instead of Washington bureaucrats. I saw that example work. I saw it in one of the cities in the most impoverished areas of our district, where parents actually lined up at 3:30 in the morning to enroll their students into theme schools. Each elementary school was broken up into a theme, and the superintendent there had no idea that parental involvement would be that significant. I was there to witness the success of this theme school concept, and I'll tell you, I said, where did this idea come from? It did not come from Washington. It did not come from the federal government. It came from the creativity of the teachers and the input of the parents and the local administrators. Mr. Speaker, no one knows the needs of students better than the people who work and spend time with them every day. By empowering parents, teachers, and local education leaders, RH5 takes strong steps forward towards putting control of education back in the right hands and helping provide every student with the opportunity to receive a good education. There is no debate today that every child deserves a good education. The debate is whether the federal government is in charge or whether we put and empower our local citizens to get the job done. I yield back my time. Thank you.